Hello, welcome back to the Innocent Fools Podcast. My name is Dangly Balls Derek. I am joined by Anal Wang Toby, and today we are going to talk about bullshit, as usual.
Yeah. It's been almost a year since we've done our first episode.
Yeah.
Well, not for ye, but okay, I'll give this slight explanation. We recorded our original podcast thinking we weren't going to do anything with it. We were just bored and we thought it would be fun to talk shit. And we did it close to Christmas last year. It was like...
That was only a few months
mid-December.
After we met. Yeah. That was only like 2 or 3 months after we met.
Yeah, it was mid-December. And I only recently, in the last couple of months during COVID, did I bother my ass to go on and actually edit it so it sounded non-retarded and stupidly, and decided to post it on YouTube.
Yeah, and just for context, today's date of recording is the 5th of December, so we're nearly exactly a year since the last one.
Recording. Yeah, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, we actually recorded another one that
fucked up.
Yeah, it was like a solid 40 minutes long, and then the
file corrupted when I went to save it.
Yeah, and yeah,
I cried.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, so this is going to be our second take. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up. If you hear this, we didn't mess it up.
Podcast 2, take 2.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to since last year?
Wanking.
Well, yeah.
Running. Went back to college. In the process.
You moved.
In the process of launching a business. Yeah, I moved as well. Fuck me, living away from home is so much better than living at home. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I can relate. I was living last year. I lived for 7 months on my own. Well, technically on my own. I had 2 Indian girls that all the food made like they smell like shit. Like the food they made smell like shit. They smelled like shit 90% of the time.
That's not against Indians now. Not Indian,
no, I'm just
not
saying,
Indians smell like shit. Just those
them
specific girls.
Too. It's just their room. If they open the door, you smell. It just smelled vile. Like they had murdered someone and they just left the corpse there in the room
and then smothered it in Thai curry. Or Indian curry, should I say?
Alright, well, off topic. I was there for 7 months, and there's just when you don't have to do anything, you don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. No repercussions to it. If you were home, you probably have to do some sort of chores, or your brother and sister might want you, or for something where when you're away, you literally were like, if it's not your problem.
Yeah, and
it's not your problem.
And as well as that, you don't get asked to do chores, so you're more likely to do them and more likely to actually feel like you're doing something and actually have a desire to do them. If you're doing them off your own initiative,
Yeah, you walk in one morning, your fucking sink is all the
covered in noodles.
Well, yeah, but I was going to say, all the plates and pots and pans, glasses are piled up higher than Mount Kilimanjaro, and you're like, this actually should probably be done.
Go away you with Mount Kilimanjaro. Mine are piled up like Everest.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I barely eat, so, it didn't really help.
Can't relate.
You fat bastard.
I swear to God, if I didn't run with the amount that I ate, I'd be about the size of Mount Kilimanjaro.
Truth. Oh well,
and I'm only 5'6".
Yeah, but either way, so where did you move to?
I moved down to Waterford, just kind of a few minutes walk outside the city centre. I fucking love Waterford. I was there for college 2 years ago, and
the sessions.
Yeah, well, I was
back then at least.
Yeah, well, back then, I was with my ex, who I didn't really go out much because of her, not because she was telling me not to go out, but I just didn't really feel the need to go out because she wasn't there. But the few times that I did go out, the fucking nightlife in Waterford is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and as well as that, since I run so much, it's ideal for me because I have a track there. There's loads of good There's loads of good routes.
Facilities as well.
Yeah, there's loads of good routes. There's a few good gyms there and all that as well. So it's fairly ideal. And like the rent down there is
it's so cheap.
One of the cheapest in Ireland for students anyway.
So let's put it in perspective. When I was looking for a room, it was literally a room that was a meter by a meter maybe, and it was like
that's a bit of 2 meters. I'd say.
Yeah, but like it was
two
it
or
was
three.
Absolutely
Tiny,
claustrophobic in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And I went there and I was just curious on prices. Guess how much it was per week?
Where was it?
Dublin city centre.
Oh, in Dublin.
Well, not in the exact city centre.
A grand easily, I'd say.
It was about 300 or 400 a week.
What? In Dublin?
It was ridiculously expensive. That room.
Well, actually, yeah.
It was probably to do with the location.
Suppose for the size of that room, yeah, that'd be fairly expensive. Like mine is.
Like it basically had a really small fucking closet. They had a single bed and one drawer. Yeah. That was it. That was all there was in that room. But that was about 300, or at least 300 a week.
Yeah, no, like mine is 375, but like it's a decent size.
But is that a month?
Yeah, 375 a month.
That was a week for me.
Oh, was it?
A week.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it was over $1,000 for a month for literally fuck all.
Yeah,
in your room.
like
fuck all space. Like you literally could fit two shirts and
like mine's 370.
Shaky underwear.
Like mine's 375 a month for like I have a decent sized wardrobe. I actually have a fairly decent sized bedroom. Like I've Wi-Fi comes with it. That's actually fairly good.
Electricity? Do you pay separate?
I know electricity we pay separate, but it doesn't.
It's not that expensive.
Yeah, no, like it's not. It doesn't eat electricity. So like
I fucking would eat it like.
Oh yeah,
I'd eat more electricity.
You eat electricity like I eat fucking food.
Yeah, no, definitely. Being a high end tier gamer who loves to fucking play video games
Among Us.
Fuck man, have you seen my Among Us videos?
No, I've seen it. I think I've seen a few.
I'll link
the short Instagram ones.
Yeah, I'll link
TikTok
my socials
ones.
And my Instagram and my YouTube channel for kind of somewhat gameplay. Now currently I brought it back up during COVID, but because of college is back on and I'm in 2 days a week, I'm flat out till Christmas exams. I'm rightfully fucked right now and I can't do any sort of editing because do you know how hard it is to edit a video where you have subtitles? You manually have to do subtitling.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
it is tedious as fuck
like,
to do, but it's rewarding. It looks professional when you do it.
Yeah, but like even like doing subtitles, like not even subtitles, like the wording on TikTok is a pain in the hole, and that's only for like a 15-second video. Like
I did a 4-minute video. A minute and a half video.
And subtitled that like.
And subtitle it. How long did
pain in the arse?
I think it took me
2 hours. I'd say
4 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I still fucked up some of the words. Because I was doing it through the speaker of my laptop and not headset, so I didn't hear some of the words correctly. Because I'm a deaf motherfucker. Yeah,
but would that be longer or shorter than like manually typing them, putting them in?
Oh, it's fucking ages. Like, especially if the person was like said a really long sentence. Like, you have to have the words, like, basically, if you had a long sentence, and especially with big words, and you want the audience to physically see the words clear as day without them struggling to read it, because obviously that's the whole point of the fucking thing, you need to, like, say, oh yeah, go for it, take a drink, you fucking moron. You have to physically split the sentence. I was
trying not to interrupt Alex talking by asking could I have some coke and just pointing out, but then he was just he didn't take the hint of it being a silent ask, and he was just like yeah go on.
Well, you fucking had to spill it and explain there, so you know, kind of.
Yeah, well, you're interrupting yourself, so I'm like I might as well interrupt more.
All right.
I'm just going out to get coke.
Okay, well, basically, if you had to manually trace out every single word and write it out, you have to make sure the words are correct. 2, your spelling, is correct. And then also, if there was a big sentence, you have to cut the sentence into sections. And you have to almost perfectly time between one word and another word. Because if it's off, ASMR version. You're nearly fucking spilling it on me.
What, you think that was an accident?
Give me that. Yeah, there you go. But if the words were too, like, if they start speaking really fast, you'd have to try and perfectly align the words so it didn't have like a full second of the boy. Like, you can clearly see.
Yeah, it's like fucking having to perfectly time a scene with a beat drop on like on an edited video. Like.
Imagine some of these people that have these paid editors, and these editors go like nearly word by word. So they have like one word, and then they say like, "The banana went crazy." They'd do the, and then they'd cut it and have it there. But then they keep the there, and they'd add the next word, so it kind of comes up. That takes so fucking long to do, and I tried it and I failed miserably because I didn't have the patience or the skill to do it.
To get something like that well timed, you nearly have to just do it manually, like.
Or pay someone else to do it.
Yeah, like, no, I'd rather do it manually because like I'm so particular.
Yeah.
That like I wouldn't. It's like, you know, fucking technology is so advanced that I still don't trust it for editing half the time. Well, like, you know, all the automated editing and all that. I just rather do it myself just to make sure that it's right.
Yeah.
Quick ASMR.
In the comments, type if you got a boner or not from that.
Yeah, I definitely made a few like 65-year-old men just cum their pants there.
They haven't seen so much excitement in their life for the last 20, 30 years.
since their wife died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
R.I.P. Betsy.
So you can't. Okay, let's just fucking get back on track of that actual story.
What were we actually talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about Waterford. We were talking about Waterford, and then
no, there's not really. To be fair, like, see, it just has everything just so. It's like a smaller version of Dublin. Like, it's still a city, but it's a small city. Like, it has everything that you need. You know the way you're going through Dublin, there's all these like filler shops, like just kind of shops there that very little people go through. Then there's then you'll come to the ones that everyone goes into, like fucking Penny.
Your Tesco, Pennies.
No, Tesco, fucking and
then McDonald's, Burger King. You know, Grafton Street and all that shit. Like the amount of people and businesses.
I just mean like the little filler shops, like Eason's and all that. Like, there's so many of them that you can come across in Dublin.
You won't even go near them unless they're in a supermarket or like an actual shopping centre.
Yeah. Like, whereas in Waterford, everything's just so clustered together, and just everything's just there. Like,
yeah.
So it's just,
we need to go someday. You need to bring me.
You're the one with the car.
Well, yeah, but I meant like you come back by train or whatever, probably train or bus.
Yeah.
And then you stay like a night, and then we go back.
Head back to mine or something.
Yeah, but I drive you over there.
Yeah, you could fucking stay the night in mine.
Yeah. Okay, so
head down to the airsoft place there.
Yeah, I feel like our viewers probably don't give a shit about Tesco and fucking Pennies or Eason's. Tell me about the sessions you've had. Have you had any good sessions there so far since you've moved?
Well, now the sessions that I had this year, most of them weren't really great. So I just kind of issued myself a drinking ban until kind of Christmas because
he's a dry shine.
Yeah, that, and it's just a bit of a waste of time for me. But the first few sessions,
lad, you just made a lot of Irish people disappointed.
I know.
Drinking.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about for me. Now, I'm a fucking dry shy. I'm not a normal Irish person. Most of them would be mad for the pints. But
I'm fucking mad for the pints that I went with my girlfriend. Oh, by the way, guys, I got a girlfriend. I don't know how that was possible, but either way,
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, fuck. It's been that long. I was on like a 3-year streak of having no girlfriend, and then boom, this just happened. Just before COVID, I meet up with a girl, and like things just fucking clicked, and we were like, oh yeah, let's go out. Like 2 weeks later, fucking COVID happened, and it all went to shit, and we didn't get to see each other for months.
Yeah, literally, it was one of the nights I went out in Tigers. Tigers is the nightclub in our town.
Which, if you were listening to our first podcast, our last one,
yeah, you would have known about it. Yeah, that's where we met.
I highly suggest, if you haven't watched our first one, please go watch it. Some of the stories we had there was pretty funny, and you kind of get to know us a little bit.
So people say.
Yeah, well, the feedback on it was actually
the feedback is fairly decent, in fairness.
But definitely go watch it if you want to hear how we met, because that story was pretty interesting. Either way, let's continue.
Anyway, we were in Tigers. I had went with another group of my friends about 2 weeks before COVID. And it just happened to be that Alex, aka Anal Lang Toby, his sister and his girlfriend were all going the same night, and so I just happened to meet them there, and then I just kind of went off with them for the night rather than staying with my group of friends, because I'm a fucking backstabber.
Sure, I literally left my group of friends as well to be with you.
Yeah, the night that we first met, like, because I was actually somewhat interesting. But anyway, that was some night, in fairness. But then little did we know COVID was gonna shut the whole fucking world down 2 weeks later. But we digress, and. Here we are now, recording this podcast. Fresh after Ireland's most recent full lockdown, kinda.
Oh, that was a bitch.
Yeah, literally, we didn't see each other for there was actually fucking months straight where we'd see each other at least once a week, and now we went. It had to be 7 or 8 weeks without seeing each other because of the lockdown and me moving away.
Yeah.
So. That was the longest dry patch we had away from each other. Not availing of Sergeant Ducky's famous Gay Tuesday.
Oh, I miss
it. Was a long dry patch, sure we'll say.
Oh, I cried every night just thinking about it.
Every Tuesday,
every
Tuesday he's just dying for a bit of dangly dick Derek's.
Yeah.
Dangly dick.
Yeah. Oh, stop
it. Oh, God.
Oh, fucking hell.
Speaking of fucking Sergeant Ducky,
highly go. I'll link his channel. He's so funny.
I actually I found out the other day he's not that hard to get in contact with.
Really?
I DM'd his Instagram page the other day because I went through all of his videos, and there was in some of his videos he has some audio taken from old Sonic games.
Yeah.
And I DM'd him on Instagram and I asked him, here, did you have Sonic music at the end of one of your videos? And he said, yeah. And he said, what level it was from and all that. And literally, it was the next day reply. I wasn't...
Holy shit, that's cool.
In fairness, on Instagram, he only has, just over 5k followers, so it's not as if his Instagram is ridiculously active. But yeah, no, he's an all around funny cunt. Or as he says, cunny funt. But yeah, he's majority of his viewers are male. 90% of his audience are male, he said. And I'd say if you went and looked even further into it, I'd say 90% race-wise are white. Because, I don't think he's actually racist or sexist or any of that, but he just doesn't give a shit.
No.
He just doesn't give a fuck with his humour. And
no, well,
why should he, realistically? The way...
You're a comedian, every comedian has to tread with the line, the boundary that breaks between being racist and saying something that's somewhat racist, but in a comedic purpose to get a laugh.
Realistically, if you were avoiding being controversial constantly,
you'd be boring.
There's no real way you can be consistently funny, because now the funniest jokes, in my opinion, are always going to be race jokes and sex jokes. Like, not sex jokes as in like fucking oh yeah, just like sex jokes as in like male female.
Yeah.
But see,
gender related.
Yeah, see, like,
that would have been a bit better.
This is actually a topic that I wanted to do a podcast with one of my black friends, because, and no, it's not racist to refer to someone as black. It's racist to make
an assumption,
discriminations against them. It's not racist to refer to them as black. It's not racist to describe something as something that they are. I don't think pointing out facts is not racist, in my opinion. Making assumptions and being discriminatory, if that's even the word, is racist. So
I have to agree with that.
People need to learn the line and stop jumping to conclusions. Just that's racist. Shut up, Karen. Like, this is I was going to do my own podcast with one of my black friends. I was going to discuss with him what he thinks is the line that you can't cross, and what's, because he has a fairly good sense of humor. And fairness, I could make black jokes with him all day, and like, I'm autistic, right? Now I'm not badly autistic or anything, but it's there.
You're on the spectrum of it.
Yeah. So and I don't take offense to people calling me autistic. I make fun of it all the time, which I understand. Some people are like, oh, sure, if it affects you, or if you're part of the community, you can make fun of it all you want, but other people can't. No, fuck off. That's bullshit. You should be able, if you can make fun of it, other people should be allowed to make fun of it. The boundary is, if you are not close friends with them and have no way of proving that they're not actually being racist or any of that, then fair enough. But if you're close with them, or not even close to them, if you know and they're not giving off any other signs that they're racist or any of that, and it's literally just race humor, I don't consider that racist, because it's literally just making a joke. And if you think about it, the rise of social media has kind of brought this along, because people have noticed that, right, if you stir the pot, if you cause shit online, there's going to be other people that are going to go along with it. So most people don't really give a shit about race jokes half the time. It's just they kind of just jump on the boat and go along with it, because they can't. Like, if you look at the likes of Friends or The Simpsons, the amount of race and sexist jokes that were in them.
Oh my god, I just thought about that. Yeah, The Simpsons had so many.
Yeah, like, I just watched the Simpsons movie there a few nights ago, and the amount of it, like, none of it would get away with it. None of them would get away with it today. But back then, no one batted an eye at it. Like, and
it's always that there's like a specific type of person that, like, a lot of people are categorized in, that are them exact same people who go out hunting at this. Oh, that's racist. You shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah, it's like, I understand that, like, even back then there was people that are at the butt of those jokes getting offended and all that. And, like, there still is now. They're just more vocal about it. But, see, the thing is, like, unless you can actually, like, the way, if everyone thought like me, right,
that's a scary thing to say.
No, I don't mean if everyone, like, you know, had the absolute fucking brain damage that I had. I just mean you still have that brain damage, boy. Yeah. But if everyone just thought the way I do, as in, like, even if there's an insult thrown at you, don't look at the offensive side of it. Look at it as, look at the joke rather than the insult. Because if you look at the joke and you laugh at it, first off, you're not going to be taking offence. Now, like, think about that phrase, taking offence. No one gives offence. It's only you take offence from what was originally intended to be humour. So, if you don't take offence, then you're not going to be offended. And two, whoever's making the joke, if they are genuinely being racist, they'll see that it's not affecting you. And they won't bother anymore about it. Because they realise, like, fuck, I'm not even... I can't actually get through to this lad. So, like, people just need to...
This is very long.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but this is
long tangent.
This is something that I've just been thinking about a lot, and I was like,
it's what keeps him up at night.
Yeah, like
ruffling the bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why.
Yeah, my bed sheets are just like a load of like red circles with crosses going through them that just say racism and sexism inside them. But yeah, basically, just if you see the humor in it rather than the discrimination in it, then...
Did you pick that bed sheet up in the range? Because they have fucking everything.
Yeah, I did.
Sorry, this is...
I did indeed. And it was actually a black woman behind the counter that served me. Believe it or not. Daddy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, basically, moral of the story. If you look at the humour in things rather than discrimination things, life would be so much better.
Yeah, negative Nancy's are something that we have too many at the moment. We just need to kind of... Then people need to cop on a little bit and just say... Like, we've already had such a fucking bad year. Like, with COVID and stuff. Like, we're going to go into a mad recession. Every country's in debt in somewhat shape or form. Like, people are hunting and seeking out this negative... like discriminating thing, like racist thing, like all this stuff. Why bother when there's so much worse things around us right now? We should be helping each other.
Yeah, exactly. And like, as well as that, you think about the earliest jokes ever. Someone's always at the butt of the joke. Like,
it's always the joke is always kind of pointed at someone.
Yeah, like if you even think of knock jokes, who's at the butt of that?
The one who opens the door.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's always going to be someone in the butt of the joke in some way, shape, or form. Like, if you think about it, like, who realistically gets offended at, like, height jokes or disability jokes or any of that? Like, anyone with a decent sense of humour doesn't get offended at them.
Even if it's them, like, okay, let's take an example. Like, we're both really short. Like, we actually don't get offended when someone's taller than us and they make a short joke because it's, well, like...
Yeah, we just make jokes back at them, like.
Yeah, we, like, you're a tiny cunt. Well, you're a slanky bastard at that too, you know? Like...
Yeah, it's like Craig. It's like, here, Craig, I need to whisper you something here. Let me just get my step ladder out there.
Yeah.
Or something like that, like.
Yeah.
But... Like, we don't get offended by anything like that. And, like, I don't get offended at, like, people, like, making jokes about me being autistic or any other not fault, but, like, anything else that you can make a joke at me about. I don't get offended by any of that. So, it's like, why is it that when you put it into this specific group of people, like, races or sexualities or... your gender.
Yeah.
Like, why is it that you instantly get offended at that when there's so much other things that you can't change? Like, there are things that you can't change. So, if you can't change it, it's a fact. And I don't think you should be getting offended by it. Okay. Things that maybe, cross the line a bit too much are things that you can change. You could be insecure about. Like, your weight. You can change your weight. So maybe kind of stay away from stuff like that you can change. But stuff that you can't change, it's just fact.
Yeah.
So, like, why get offended by it? As I said, someone's always going to be the butt of a joke. So...
And let's just leave it at this. A joke's meant to be a joke for a giggle, not to be tormented. You're not eagerly and going out on your way just to go over to this, like, say, little Timmy there, and literally torment them by something. It's a joke. Everyone,
Yeah.
It's meant to get people laughing. Just give it a break.
Yeah, like I said, if there's other signs that someone's being genuinely racist, like constantly tormenting someone and bullying someone, yeah, that's fair enough. They're kind of crossing the line. But if it's someone that's not always like that, and it's just literally making like a one-off joke, or like joking with their friends or something like that, and you can kind of tell by someone's tone as well. Like if it's if they have kind of a light-hearted tone in their voice, you kind of know they're just joking. So
Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely gone on this for long enough.
I think this honestly was about 10 minutes. So let's change the topic. I went into the store the other day to the range, and it's kind of why I made the joke during that kind of big rant about it. Yeah. I went in with my girlfriend, and I legit, not even joking you, I walked in to the range in Maynooth. Have you been to it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, basically on the left is all like kind of glass and like all these interior vases and stuff.
Yeah.
I shit you not. I walk in, turn left after getting hand sanitizer, and as I'm rubbing in the hand sanitizer into my hands, I look to my left. This woman was looking at this chair, or like a small coffee table or something, but it was made of glass. And it fucking tilted, the legs snapped, and it all shattered on the floor. As soon as I walk in, as soon as I fucking walked in, I just looked, and I heard, boom! All this glass just shattered onto the floor, and the girl just looks up. It was yeah, of course. It was like a fucking, I'd say about mid to late 20-year-old girl. And her mom, and she just looks at me with the most worried face I've ever seen, and she had a mask on. But do you know when someone's worried,
Can I
their
interrupt
eyes?
you there for 2 seconds?
Okay.
Yeah, some more.
Do you want to tell them what you're eating? What? Okay, he's eating a
Cocoa Pops bar.
Yeah. A Kellogg's Cocoa Pop bar, that was in my room. Don't
know how long it's been there, don't care.
Oh, easily like 2 weeks.
Class.
Nice, yeah. But yeah, when I looked in at it and I just saw her go like, the typical hand on her mouth. Oh my god! Oh, what the fuck! And I just
I have to pay for that, love.
Yeah, no, she probably did. And I literally started laughing, and she could tell that I was laughing, and I felt so bad for her because, you know, it
she
probably
has to pay for that now.
Yeah, like it probably wasn't expensive. Like it was a small table, but it was the fact that the leg just snapped and the glass top just fucking fell.
Did she sit on it?
No.
What happened?
It's like no, it wasn't like a chair, but like I was kind of being a little bit non-descriptive. It was like a little coffee table. But it had like these legs, and one just popped off, and it obviously 4-cornered leg chair with one less leg is going to tilt, and it just fell. And I think she was like moving it just to look at it, and it just fell. I felt so bad, but yeah, man, I can't believe it's almost Christmas already. Do you have much to like get Christmas wise for gifts?
See, I'm not really into the whole surprising thing. I'm like, right, if I surprise you, I'm more than likely going to get you something that you're going to be really disappointed with. So just tell me what you fucking want, like. So
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like I asked my sister what she wanted. She wanted a set of Air Jordans. Couldn't get them because they were sold out.
How much are they?
On the Nike website they were like 120, but I was able to get them cheaper because of one of my friend's discounts.
Yeah.
But couldn't get them because they weren't available. Because, you know, good Jordans sell out like that.
Mm-hmm. Too right.
Then there was another pair. Couldn't get them either because they sold out, obviously. Then I said it to her and she was like, right, just give me whatever they would have cost. Because she was buying a Longitude ticket. She was buying a Longitude ticket, which is a festival in Ireland.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, not as if there's going to be that many fucking foreign viewers. But yeah, I was getting them. I just gave her the money for that to go towards that. that my brother, I had signed up for an affiliate program a while ago with this hoodie company. They're actually the hoodie company of the hoodie that I'm wearing now. They're called
# sponsored video.
Sponsored by the Heart Fam. But no, they're called the Heart Fam, and I get emails from them every once in a while just sending me discount codes because they think I'm actually going to promote their brand, but I'm just not.
Well, you can do it right now if you would like. You're like, nah, fuck that.
No, I can't remember any of the discount codes, to be honest. But they sent me this discount code that was like 3 of them for the price of 1. And one of them is like €135.
Damn.
Yeah, they're actually like, they're really nice hoodies, but like €135? Nah. So I just took advantage of it and bought myself a light blue one that I'm wearing now, a light pink one because, you know, pink is just my favourite colour because I'm gay. And I bought...
Especially on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Stick around for Gay Tuesdays. Podcast next week when we just write each other. Yeah.
Disclaimer, that's not actually going to happen.
Yeah, it's like as Ducky says, we don't actually ride men on Tuesday, but we tell people we do, and that's endless fun to describe. Just to see their confusion on their face. But yeah, then I got the third one was a black one that I got from my brother, and that was his Christmas present. Then my mum, she just wants a coffee voucher because it's something that she can actually use because she always gets fucking coffee. Then I don't really think I'm buying Christmas presents for anyone else because, you know, I'm cheap.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm kind of starting a business, so I want to have as much money as I can to, you know, for startup costs for that.
I think we'll leave that talk about that to maybe another episode because it's not open fully running yet.
Yeah, like I'll do.
You're in the works of it.
Yeah, like I'll do a quick little reference to it. Like I came across this, and I'm sure there's other people who've come across it on Instagram. Ads for this website called Shopify. It's basically a housing website for other clothing websites. So I started up on that about 3 weeks ago, and I'm kind of getting towards the end of building the actual website. I just need to buy a domain name, so that it
trademark it.
Yeah, and so that it looks more professional. Like, and I need to finalize a supplier to manufacture and supply the clothes. Then, yeah, once I have that done, I'll make the website public and start selling. And I want to kind of just go online for the first few years of it. First 1 or 2 years, just kind of be selling online. Then I want to kind of bring it into a reseller like Replay for what a few of you know and kind of sell them through that. And then I kind of want to open my own shops in a few years. So
I don't mind like helping you out promoting it as long as I get free shit. I want at least one free hoodie off you, or I'm not doing anything for you.
No, I have
this blackmail at its finest.
I know. I'll definitely be putting in discount codes for friends and
as soon as
having people affiliated with it and all that kind of shit.
As soon as people actually are like it's kind of off the ground, off its foundations, we'll leave links into it if you ever want to go out and get some sort of merchandise.
Yeah, I already have an Instagram for it made. So leave a link to the Instagram, and I'll leave a link to my Instagram as well. And my
That's
own,
probably something
and
we
my
plugged in our last time.
Yeah, probably. I'll also leave my OnlyFans link in the description if any of you want to see my bell end.
If any of you lucky ladies or Gay Tuesday
warriors.
Yeah. No, but seriously, for me though, I have a lot of my like Christmas shopping done, as you've kind of seen. You helped me bring it in.
Yeah, I still have to wrap that actually.
Yeah, well, it's in my room now. All the stuff's in my room, so it's kind of safe and secure in case my parents come home.
Fucking hell, it's not even 8 o'clock. Jesus Christ.
No. But no, okay. So basically, I cannot.
I might take one of these if you don't mind.
Go for it. I can't buy for my dad. My dad is... Just leave it, it's fine. Honestly, my dad's the hardest person to buy for.
Another can ASMR. ASMR.
Little spillage, you know. No, but do you have have you ever found it for someone that is impossible to buy for? Have you ever had someone like that?
My ex was hard enough to buy for. I won't lie, because that's just because I was kind of clueless, and I just bought her jewellery the whole time, and kind of towards when we broke up, it was kind of a bit harder to buy for her, because I'm like, I can't just keep on fucking buying her jewellery the whole time.
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously I didn't have to face that problem because we broke up, but yeah, like, I don't really find it hard to buy shit for anyone anymore, because now I'm just like, tell me what you fucking want or you're not getting, and it's that simple. Yeah. So
give me something I can physically go to the store and get, or
yeah,
you're
rather
than
having to waste half my day looking around for stuff that I think you might like, but you'll probably be disappointed with at the end. Anyway.
And then I love when you give them a present and they're like, oh,
yeah, and they're like disappointed.
Thank you, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, it's like, do you ever see that video? Fucking of the
little kid
that like gets an avocado for Christmas, and he's just like, "Ooh, an avocado! Thanks." Like, it's literally like that, like complete utter disappointment, which could have easily been avoided if you had just told me what you fucking wanted. Like,
oh my god, it happens so often, man. And like
why do people think that you have to surprise them? Like, why?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like you're trying to do the right thing, but you end up kind of making yourself look worse.
Yeah,
by instead of buying them something that they actually might like, by just asking them, you're just giving them something that they probably will never use.
Yeah,
and have to potentially resell or gift to someone else. And
then there's people that have the absolute fucking audacity to just go to you, oh, well, if you don't know what to get me, you obviously don't know me well enough. Like, fuck off. Jesus Christ. I went a bit off there, didn't I?
Yeah, but like, I know exactly, like, if I had to get you something, I know exactly, like, off the top of my head, I could probably think of like 2 things.
Airsoft shit or running shit, that's about it.
They were the exact 2 things I was going to say.
Exactly.
Something to do with airsoft, because, you know, you're a marshal for airsoft.
I was.
Well you kind of are. You're on and off.
See, I'm gone from that job now, technically. I'm no longer employed, but did I just spit on you there?
No.
Alright, you were just kind of wiping your eye, and I was like, did I spit on him?
No, it was an eyelash.
Billy eyelash. But yeah, like I'm technically gone from that job, but they still I still owe them another like 3 or 4 days work, because they paid me a bit extra for last month, so they could avail of the wage subsidy scheme, which they have in Ireland here to help businesses and
foreign
shit.
Shites.
Yeah, and even people that aren't aware of what the wage subsidy scheme is, it's basically where they get extra money because of COVID lockdown and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But they had to pay me like 600 and something euro to avail of it, and I had only worked like 300 euro worth of hours, so they paid me extra and was like, here, we'll do an extra few hours next month. So yeah, but yeah, I was airsoft marshalling. I'm not
anymore,
technically anymore, kind of am, but yeah, I just want to, the only involvement I want to have with airsoft now is playing it, because airsoft is fucking class.
Okay. Are we originally
one other thing that you could do for me for Christmas, if you were ever to buy me a Christmas present, just give me the fucking money.
Yeah.
It's like the simplest thing ever.
You're not trying.
They can buy what they want with money.
they're not like it's kind of the easiest cop out, but it's the most safest way to cop out because it's not like they're not going to take money.
Yeah, it's like I would have had to spend. It's like, and when people are like, you're giving people money, and they're like, oh no, sure, it's your money. You keep it. It's your money and all that, and then but they'll still accept the Christmas present from you. It's like, this Christmas present cost me money. I'm out of pocket either way. You might as well get something that you want. Yeah. Because if you have the money, you know what you fucking want.
Yeah.
I don't have your brain. I know what you're like personality-wise because I'm friends with you, but I don't know your likes and dislikes inside out or what you have, what you don't have, or anything like that. It's like I could literally buy you something you like already, but you already have it, or someone else bought it for you. So it's the easiest thing you can do.
Do you know
money?
Do you know what one of the best things about getting someone a present?
What?
Sometimes if, like, say you're in a, like, okay,
getting the shag off the missus that night?
No. That's for another day. If you ever are like in a group and there's one guy that's an absolute asshole, arrogant bastard who you really don't like.
Me.
You're alright. You're alright. I can tolerate you for now at the moment, currently, but
until my business takes off and I just turn into an absolute arrogant prick that just has money and it's like, I'm better than you.
Yeah, well, until then,
it's inevitably gonna happen. Like, whether I'd say it's not gonna happen or not, it's inevitable because, by rules of the world, everyone who has money has to be stuck up. Apparently.
No, but the whole tangent out is, well, I'm not really gonna call it a tangent compared to what you fucking did. But what all I was gonna say about it was, I love giving someone a really shitty but hilarious present. Like,
it's like you just get them a plaque on their wall that just says, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, world's best asshole.
Yeah. World's biggest wanker.
Yes, no, literally. And I remember going to a shop in Stephen's Green, and it's on the second floor, and when you go up, it's like the first one on the right, and it was like,
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
it's that store.
It's that little novelty store.
Yeah. There's like such weird shit you could buy in that store. You could buy some airsoft stuff, like some pistols and stuff.
Yeah, no, there's a place like that in Waterford called Funkit. I didn't think I'd be able to buy them in there, but I bought I was able to buy BBs and gas canisters for the pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, those novelty stores sell all kinds of shit.
Even like some of them even have like overage 18 sex stuff, and
yeah, sex
it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, imagine had that as well. Imagine he was an absolute like prick and like you hated him and whatnot, and then you had him say for like a Secret Santa or something, and you just go and you buy him like this fucking dildo or something, like some sex toy, and then you give it to him. It's like the fucking joy in your face when he opens them.
You give it to him and just have a card and just like, right, you can finally actually go fuck yourselves now.
Yeah. Like, that's something I'd love to do to someone that I really hated. Like, give them something that they really don't want and just make a big joke out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple of people in my mind that I could
top tier humor.
Yeah, yeah, and this is like something that I am like been dying to do, but like all the people that I actually don't, that when I was in secondary school, I hated a lot of people, but kind of grew out of it. I just stopped being. I literally stopped being a little bitch about it and went, okay, well, and then
like at the end of the day, like you can have these
grudges.
You can have these grudges against people all you want, but realistically, what is it gonna do to change the past?
Nothing.
Absolutely
nothing.
So why? There's no point in it.
Yeah.
Like, even if you are like, fair enough, you don't like someone. Fair enough, you don't like it. You don't like them, but I can guarantee it. Like, making it obvious that you don't like them is gonna make things an awful lot worse than just being civil and going on about your day.
Yeah.
Because that just means that you're going to be wasting your time thinking about how much you don't like them rather than just letting it slide. And if you come across them, just be civil towards them. And it it avoids drama, like, as well. So, holding grudges and all that is a lot of bollocks. Just live your own fucking life.
This is like literally the best example I can think of, and the reason I call it the best is because it actually involved me. Like, I'm not gonna say why I just had these mutual disagreements in liking these specific people in school. Back in secondary school, so about 4 or 5 years ago. And I really, truthfully, at the time, I actually just absolutely hated these people. I hated being around them. To the point where I actually never went on a fucking skiing trip because I didn't like the people in my year. And I didn't want to go with them because I had to, basically, I was paying like $1,500 willingly to stay around the people I really, at the time, disliked.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it, but now I'm actually I actually regretted not going, like, after, and this was only last year or two when I left. But the best thing about it was I got over it and just said, I'm an adult now. They can either treat me as an adult, or I can just ignore them because they're not in my life anymore. They're not the people I hang around with. They're not the people I see anymore because they were in my school. So I had to see them, but now I don't. And one day, I was in the court, which is also another nightclub that was mentioned in the first episode. Another plug to go watch our first one if you haven't. But if you...
self-promotion.
Yeah, the best ever promotion. But I went out one night with one of my mates from my secondary school, and he's my best friend, like by far one of my best friends that I'll keep for years and years. From my secondary school, and we went out and we...
Just gonna go cry now because I'm not his best friend.
I said from school. I said from the school. You weren't from my school. But when...
No, but I'm still cool.
We went out to Newbridge, and there was literally no crack in Newbridge. Newbridge is gone to the dumps with nights out, in my opinion. I wouldn't recommend going if you were...
Apollo was just gone to shit.
It's gone. Apollo's gone, mate.
Is it gone?
It was gone. It was only, there was a late bar and then there was the club. It's only the late bar now.
No?
Yeah. True fact. So we went from there because we the vibe wasn't there at all. So we went to the court in Naas, and I actually bumped into some of the people that were in the year above me. I didn't like them. They gladly were talking and chatting. We had a couple of drinks and we started dancing and stuff. Grand crack. And then, like, about half an hour later to an hour later, I bumped into two specific people that were probably one of the people I hated the most or disliked the most in school. And they were completely different people to, like, in terms of how they treated me and what they were like. They were asking what was I doing, how was, like, my sister, because we were in the same year. And, like, we were generally just having a good talk. And we had a drink together. And they were completely different people. Like, it was insane. Like,
yeah, no, see,
that grudge, I had no grudge after them after that, because we're adults. Like, I know it's a bit different, and especially people like teenagers.
Yeah,
don't
like
see
so
it that
much,
way
so
right now.
much changes. Once, like, anyone that's in secondary school at the moment, everything changes once you leave secondary school. Like, your whole personality, like, when I was in first year in college, like, the first time around, I don't think my personality changed that much, because I didn't, like, actively indulge in college lifestyle. Because I had my girlfriend, and I was just kind of sticking on to my life back here because of her. By no fault of her, that was just me refusing to let go. But then when I dropped out of college, did a year of working, and then now being back in college, I've changed so much from that, like in a positive way, like, because it just kind of, like, being exposed to the real world and being exposed to things other than secondary school kind of opens your eyes that bit more, and it kind of helps you grow as a person.
Not even to mention the fact that when you're in school, there are so many rules.
School is all you know.
But there's so many rules, like regulations, everything. You have to follow everything by that book of rules.
Yeah, like, that's
or you were in trouble.
Yeah, like, that's not there in college. Like,
no,
having to ask to go to the bathroom in school, and then you go on to college and you don't have to ask, you just get up and you just get up and go, like it's so different. Like, you're actually treated like an adult in college.
Yeah, there's like after school, there's just this
freedom.
You have to be the one to choose whether you want to bother your ass to wake up at whatever goddamn time you need to get into your class.
Yeah, like
that day or that lecture, and bother to take down the notes and do every single thing by yourself.
Yeah, like there's no one there to force you to do anything in college. It's all off your own initiative and you wanting to pass and achieve in college. Like even going to lectures, like it's so easy to miss lectures in college because it's
wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but like it's off your own accord. So, and like assignments, you can just choose whether to bother to do assignments or anything, and you won't get in trouble for not doing them. Which I'm sure like loads of people,
they probably think it sounds amazing. Oh, I don't have to go to your lectures, but no. The whole point is if you show up and you actually indulge in the class and you take down notes and you learn the material. If you have a knowledge, like, to be fair, I've done this. I'm no fucking angel when it comes to college. I've skipped classes, especially when I was in my first year.
Oh yeah, I did as well.
But loads because I knew the material. Like, I didn't bother going in because I knew it was something I already knew.
Yeah, like a lot of college work is put up online as well. So like, a lot of it you can miss classes if you want.
But and this is not even with COVID. Like, this was before COVID.
Yeah, like this was when like proper college was going ahead and everyone was in class. Like, you could skip class all you wanted, and most of the material would be put up online. Yeah, and if you had that kind of initiative, you could just learn it off without going to the lectures if you wanted. But you
need that sense of you have
to drive yourself to actually do it. Like,
even though you didn't do the lecture, we could literally nearly go through an entire podcast on the difference between secondary school and college.
We should sometime, because like I remember being in secondary school and just thinking like it was gonna be all not that different, but you go into college and you're like, fucking hell, this is nothing like school.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's been kind of a weird transition, but it's like you really do grow and change. I think as soon as you
mostly in a good way. If you do the right things, you'll change in a good way. Like, you'll mature. Like, you won't. Your whole personality doesn't change. You just, in most cases anyway, you just become more
independent,
mature. Yeah, independent and mature. Like,
I honestly think this is a pretty good place to end it. It's been such a weird mind fuck of different things because we haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, and so many different things in the space of an hour. Like,
yeah, let's put this in perspective really quickly before we go. Last year we were recording this in my bedroom. This podcast is currently being recorded in my own little studio.
Yeah,
which is crazy. I built this studio
a few months ago.
Yeah, I did it during COVID. During COVID, I built it.
It was the first lockdown, wasn't it?
The first one.
Yeah, in like March or April.
It was around April. Yeah, it was around April. When I built this, it's basically a small, 1.5 meter by 1.5 meter room. Perfectly small, but all I need is my desk. I have a countertop, a desk.
It's big for what it needs to be.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I guess we can just leave it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already done it, be a cheeky dear and smash that like button, and subscribe if you haven't.
You just told them to hit the like button twice.
I realised.
Yeah. How professional in the name of YouTubers. So, from me, Dangly the Dick Derek, and from Alex, aka, what was it again? Anal Wank Toby.
Yeah, that's
This has been the second episode of the Innocent Fools podcast.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Maybe.
Bye.